podcast. It's only going to be an hour. So. At most. That's literally all I'm going to put an hour. So, yeah, well, a few minutes late, so I was on the phone to somebody there for about 10 minutes. So I was supposed to go live at 10. It's about 12 minutes late. Why do I have a spotty? I didn't even notice that. Shows you what I know. But yeah, I didn't notice even that today. What can you do? You only notice when you're looking into the camera. What's happening? So, yeah. Oh! At the fun of the community tab. Oh no, it doesn't matter yourself. But just taking something with the fun of the community. MI5. In the garden shed. Where did they put that trick? It's there, right? Very good. Very good, very fancy. We have one person here. Hello, hello. Hope all is well. If you have any questions or anything, please feel free to ask. What is this song? Hello, hello. Everything's fine there, looks like. That's how it's just making it look good for me. Mine. Oh. I didn't even notice the spot here. We don't end. No. Okay. But yeah. So yeah, any quack tonight? Anything happen with people? Just kind of looking through to see what's here. Mr. McKinnon. How you doing? How's the addresses going? How's the address? You know me. Ah, yes, I know you. I know everything about you. I know what you live. Boom, bing, boom, bing, bing, boom, bing, 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 bong, bong, bing, 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 bong, bong. What's it going to do here? Happy birthday, Belvin. How are you doing? There's a birthday man in the chat today. How are you doing? How is the culture? Oh, it's not too bad. Yeah, not too bad at all. It wasn't that bad today. So how was your day, Belvin? Hope you had fun on your birthday. I don't know about anything. Good, very good to hear, Belvin. Very, very good. Very fancy. Very good. Very poggers, if we may use that word. I meant to look up something else I want to. Just taking things out of the top of my head meant to do. There's a few things to do after I'm finishing. Emails and things like that. What's this email? There's an email after going that way. What is this? A post box. We have 3 people here. Hello, everyone. So, how's everything going tonight? Happy Monday. Very fancy. Beginning of the week. Oh, but look, as we always say, when you get Monday done, but every other day flies. Monday's the hardest day of the week. Beginning of the working week is an easiest. Monday drags a lot compared to other days. The weekend just flies by. Monday just drags because it's the beginning of the working week. And then Friday's stay for no one. Because majority of workplaces have to day half a day on a Friday. Majority. So yeah, interesting. The facts. These are the facts they don't want you to know. So any questions, anything anybody wants to ask me or talk to me about anybody about anything. Yeah, I got a few documents and things like that. A few documents and different things, different bits and bobs. See, on Post, I'm the main man from Post. And Post loves me because I spend so much money with them. So I'm VIP. They come to my house before anybody else in the country. That here, the first thing at the crack of dawn, they're here with my letters. They have it on the golden plate and everything at the front door for me to collect. Because quite literally, I get some more business than anybody around here. Top VIP man, aren't they? Very important person. He's probably going to be very quiet tonight, but no. What can you do? Pretty tired. What is happening now? Well, I'm clicking everywhere, but I didn't know what to click on. I didn't know what time would go live tonight. I had to be told ends with we're live now. Probably should have put up the community tab and would have been live for this thing. Yeah, so whatever, it doesn't matter. Whoever comes, it comes. Oh, excuse me. My apologies. Apologies. Good night. So anything at all, any questions? Because I quite literally have nothing to say now. I've literally talked all I have to say tonight. So just check something out there. 100% here. Pretty good. Very good. No comments on review. That's okay. Yeah, this is gonna be very quiet stream tonight, probably people come in and I don't know. It's supposed to be just chilling here. We see what happens. Maybe a bit too loud. We have 4 people at the moment here. Hope we're all as well. Thanks for joining. Meant to go live on Facebook last week. Just have to remember that. Could do that tomorrow or whatever. Well, not tomorrow, someday next week. Someday this week. If I have the time. We'll see what happens. Because I said I would go live with before. And I did, and then I didn't go live the next week. What day tomorrow? Tuesday. I might do tomorrow night. If I have time. We'll see. Do 10 or 15 minutes. Hello, Game Etc. How are you doing? Hope all is well. How are you keeping? Good to see you. Good to see you. Hope you're keeping well. I know that's probably a bit too loud, the music. Probably is a bit too loud and seeing here. No, probably fine. I say you can still, everybody can still hear me. Hopefully. Please, hopefully you can. So yeah. That was the 4th of April, but tomorrow's the 5th. Don't find the time flying. 6th. Don't find it flying. The time flies when you're having fun. Because yeah, when I only remember the 1st of January, and it doesn't feel like long ago. And then on the 5th of April. Yeah, where does the time go? That's what I was asking. It doesn't feel like so many. Hello WD40, how are you doing? I'm keeping well. Hope you're keeping well too. Hope you're having a good Monday. Excuse me. I might turn that down a bit in case people tap me. Because I'm a bit paranoid that it's probably a bit too loud. Yeah, that's fine. So you can hear me there. I say you can hear a bit of it in the background. It's 10:30 already, Jesus. Well, it's nearly 10:30. It's not exactly 10:30. If we want to be exact, it's not exactly 10:30 yet. If we want to be just a little bit picky. Just a little bit picky. Angie. Oh yeah, the person in Ukraine is addressing the walk this on the 6th. 6th of April, isn't it? Yeah, I'm sorry, bear with me. Hello, Angry Kid, sorry. Yeah, it is the 6th, sorry, just making sure. Sorry, just see that WD4. We hope we keep well, Angry Kid. Not much is happening. Any crack with you? I was on the trip with the local lighter today. There was yesterday, and my God, you should see the scene, the dump of shit that's going on. It's unbelievable. Yeah, it's unbelievable. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's not funny to be doing, but it is crazy at the same time. Medlock Houthi, yeah. Right there. It's not even funny. How much rubbish and shite is out there? One point out and one point is a mess. I'm not gonna lie. It's nothing to report. Nothing to report. Oh, no news is good news in that way. No news is good news. That's good to hear, but always good to hear. Always good to hear people keeping well. Always good. But yeah, as the old saying is, no news is good news. Yes. Look like a dub. Whereabouts were you at one point or where were you? Like I'm assuming you're at one point. But yeah, like this bad instance out there. And the county council don't really want to put anybody out there to clean it up. You know what I mean? No, it's definitely not locals. There's people coming Dublin from Timbuktu and the next one. Like, there's people coming up from Offaly to Dublin Cavan. And they're coming up during the night to Dublin here. Like, it's not even funny. There's people coming down from Monaghan to Dublin. Like, they're losers, let's be honest. They actually are so much losers. Who's Dublin? Like, everybody from anybody and anyone. But yeah, we know who they are. Like, again, we know who the majority of PPDs are. It's just that the law is banjoed when it just doesn't work in terms of it on it, you know. Like, we know who they are. I could take a guess on 3 or 4 people that probably add up in that there. I would have a fair idea, to be totally honest. And what I mean by a fair idea, you would have an idea who's out that direction in Dublin. But yeah, the Kelby Council don't really want to do anything. We don't answer out there. Like, I have no problem. If they want me to go out there, I have no problem doing it. But it's just that they don't want to have to deal with it. That's the thing. Because it could take millions and millions and millions to clean up everything. Yeah, I know, and that's what's promoted throughout the world, the Lakuta Castle, as the main icon of Cavan. Yeah, but that's what we have in local authorities, isn't that great? But yeah, I wouldn't mind if they was to put me out there and kept me out there. I wouldn't mind. But yeah, the councils have other ideas. But yeah, nobody's to blame but the municipal authority, and that's all I say. If they had people out there, it'd be sorted in a week. But the only people to blame is the councils and the municipal authority, the Cavan by Dublin municipal authority. But yeah, it would cost millions. Like, I know a few places out you talk about outside around Lakuta there. And it's, you know, it costs millions. Like, it quite literally costs millions some places out there. And then there's places up towards Milltown there. I cleaned out a few once or twice when I was there. When I was on the council 1 or 2 days. And, you know, I only cleaned a good bit of it out. I cleaned a good bit of it, but still was a lot more stuff. Like, in the river, was a place beside the river. But yeah, it's not even funny to be honest. But yeah, it would cost thousands and thousands. That bit I cleaned up there was probably about a good 2 or 3,000 worth of stuff probably thrown away. That we had to pay, that the taxpayer had to pay to get rid of. Like, it costs a lot of money now to get rid of all this stuff. The taxpayer has to flip the bill. So I can understand why the council might be a bit hesitant to put somebody out of lockout, to be totally honest. But they do have to do it. I do think it's necessary. And I've said it many times, no? But they disagree. And especially too, I talked about this WT-40. A lot of people complain about the human excrements out there. You know, a lot of people are shitting on everywhere out there. So yeah. As well. But yeah, this is in the middle of nowhere. Lakuta Castle is in the middle of nowhere, so you know, it's not in a town area, if that makes any sense. But yeah, oh hello Mark, sorry, I missed your comment, sorry. Happy birthday, Biff, indeed. But yeah, it's just a disgrace, but that's all I said. You look very unwell, Jesus. That's a very nice thing to come in, just be like, you look very unwell. Don't ask the question, thank you for the observation, first of all. I'm fine, thank you. I don't look very unwell. I hope so, unless you can see I'm dying inside. But yeah, that's a very nice. You didn't even say hello, and you just came out and said, "You look you look like you're dying, Adrian. Good to see you dying finally." I'm only joking. But yeah, what made you say that? But that's what I'm more interested in saying. I know maybe it's the way it's sitting now, and they're just chilling. Like, if you jump it unwell, I'm kind of pissed off with the state of Lockwood out there. I'm kind of pissed off with that. I'm not gonna lie to you about that. Listening to that, what the WT-40 is, because especially because I've seen it firsthand myself, and it's a disgrace how it's left like that. Hello, 5-star General. Are you tired? Yeah, I'm a bit tired. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a bit tired. It was a tough day, not nothing. It wasn't that just much of stuff to do. It was not bad. It wasn't. I say we'll be busy on next week. We don't have that. What's that? Could be. Did you just say AIDS? Is that what you just have to say? What? What? What evidence do you have of what? I don't know why. I don't know what to say, but I'm not. Unless you have evidence, But that's first of all a horrible thing to say. Saying that people accusing people of having different things. But yeah, I suppose you're entitled to the opinion. Have the two things can look here and then I think that. But yeah, what can you do? Ooh, you just spilled me drink. So yeah. So yeah, any crack, anything else. But yeah, it is annoying WT40 and a WD. I don't know why I say T40. My apologies, but yeah, it's very annoying. I'm not gonna lie to you. Because especially because as you said it perfectly yourself. It's an icon of Cavan, Lochutha Castle, and it's allowed to be left like that. What's happening in what's happening in Cavan news wise? Well, apart from what's it? Well, apart from the Cavan swimming pool, that's been used as a temporary accommodation for the refugees. Not really much else. Not really anything major news wise in Cavan. Not to my knowledge. Anyway. Apart from that, there's not really else. Not to my knowledge, anyway. Yeah, that's the only thing. That's the really top of the news. Well, I can't speak on behalf of anybody else, Slenderman. I can't speak on behalf of anybody else. It's their own business, really. It's their own business for them to choose. It's not up for me or them for you or me to judge them or say whatever. You what? Oh, did you not? What do you mean? I confused. But yeah, that's the only main news at the moment. It's not really else that springs to mind at the moment. That's anything major. I don't know, but I don't really want the top effects things or anything like that. I'm just kind of here just chilling. I'm not that though, anything like that. As I said before, it's up to people to decide themselves. But yeah, I did not see that news. Well, not news. It was on Loading Sound and things like that. They have it in the swim pool, the Cavan complex up there. Do you know not the swim pool itself, the swim pool's open and all that. Do you know the sports kind of hall in the swimming pool? They're using that as accommodation. But yeah, hello Tony, how you doing? But yeah, they're using that. That's the only thing that's major. There's nothing else that strikes me out as major anything. And that's the only news that's anybody's talking about in Cavan at the moment. It's that, and they're talking about other things too. They're talking about a few other things, but not really else apart from what else was. The salt and powder what? Huh? Yeah. Didn't come up here. I don't know why that hasn't come up here. Oof. Oh, I understand what you're saying, yeah. Yeah, of course, yeah, from Ukraine, yeah. Excuse me, sorry, I there. But yeah. Excuse me, sorry. Apologies. What? Explain how I look very ill. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's apparently you're talking about very ill. But where's your evidence? Like, again, you can't be just making assumptions. But you're not wrong. I am very ill in a way. Obviously, I know that. And obviously, you know that yourself. For the last few months, I'm not the best, the peak of health. Let's put it that way. But yeah, please show your assumptions of what you're trying to say. But it's nothing to do with anything to do with shielding, though. And that's nothing to do with that. Because yeah, you can't be just going out and saying things unless you have evidence to prove things. Because it's obvious that I'm not well. It's obvious that I have some things wrong with me, yes. Quite obvious, but yeah, I said it the last few minutes. But yeah, where's your evidence of it? Yeah, you need to find evidence first before you say things. Because apparently he's all saying this, but where's the evidence? You know, evidence is very crucial. That's the crucial thing you need to show. Hello, Peter. But yeah, that's a hobby. You didn't even say hi or anything. Oh, we're concerned about your things, stuff. But yeah, they're great. Just like straight away, you just want to make them assumption. Yeah, I know, but it just let them do things. Not bother to really do much. Well, yeah, I suppose it's entitled to the opinion, whatever it was. Because I wouldn't go around saying to people, that's all. Just the thing. Yeah, I can hear the wind out behind me. Yeah, no, it's windy. It is windy. It's a bit nippy too. The birthday boy is right above you, Tom. We're not above you, above Peter, though. So yeah, we won't be long anyway tonight. But yeah, what's all this to do with vaccinating? What are you trying to achieve by saying all this? Obviously, it's all talking among yourselves and things, like trying to frighten people or whatever. But why are you bothering to tell me this? What relevance is it? That's what I'm trying to ask you. Because I wouldn't mind if you like not even hi or hello or anything like that. Just like I'm about to say this. I'm not going to listen to you. I just want to say this. Yeah, well, Eamon Ryan's just a bollocks. I was going to do a video on it. He's just a bollocks. I wouldn't even give him the satisfaction of acknowledging his comments anymore because he's just waking up in the middle of the night and making these statements. To be totally honest with you, like it makes no sense half the stuff he's saying. But yeah, but I have enough. I'm not going to talk about any needles or anything. I don't know. It's up to you. Go to your doctors if you have a problem with it. If you have a problem with these things, you have to go to your doctors. Not me. I'm not a trained doctor. I know a bit about medicine, not much, but But yeah, as I say, it's entirely up to people themselves to choose themselves to want to be vaccinated or not. So it's not up to me to judge them. Hello, Captain. Why I'm mad? Probably his championship, really. But I hope they'll keep him well. I hope all is well. Yes, I understand. Are you talking about me? Is that what you're saying? You said the show. Well, again, I keep saying to you, but evidence is proof nowadays in society. So where's your evidence? Do you have a chat or something like that? But yeah, the party hat, indeed. I watching the match Saturday. No, I was not. I was busy out. I didn't have the time to watch. Anyway, I want to go. I hate when he's sitting down and watching things. I want to go and do something. WG40. WT. I keep saying T. WD. So forgive me for that. Yeah, I don't know why I say T. A mini sandwich. What? I probably did one. Not gonna lie, I probably did it one stage in my life. So yeah, we go for another 30 minutes and then we go because I need to get a bit of sleep tonight. What? But not even hello, Joey. Like like what's this? Like what does this got to do with it, and what relevance is it to you? To be totally honest. Well, I should ask you the same question back. But again, that's your own medical information. That's your own medical information that I don't have to ask. That's what you should think about too, because people can't really just hand over medical information and say, oh, this is what I had this test and had that test and the other. It's entirely up to the person to decide for themselves. You can't really go around and demand. You don't look well, but yeah, what's your assumption? That's why this is ungallant. That's why if I don't take a look well, that's why you should go. And if of course you're allowed to say it, of course, but yeah, but what's your suggestion? What's your assumption of what's in it? But yeah, I will say this, and I said it before, and apparently he's not listening to me. And I've been saying it the last few months. I have been ill in other elements. But yeah, I say that straight. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've been ill in other elements, but not to AIDS or anything like that. And I'll talk about that eventually. But yeah, it's a long time to come. I'll talk about it because it'll take a long time to explain. But yeah, not much concern, Jerry, about any of this. Not much concern. It looks like. Hello, White Peddler. Have you heard from the... No, I haven't heard from them. No, I don't think so. But yeah. Go too far, no. I'm sure you know yourself, Tony, when you had a day's walk, you need to have a bit of rest. To keep going tomorrow, So I need a bit of a rest now. Okay. I know, but I'm sure you wouldn't like if somebody came to your house and said, I want your personal information, Tony, Regardless of his experts, you shouldn't really be going around saying to people, have you got tests for this, that, and Again, that's your own private medical information. Well, they have, at the end of the day, they have a right to kind of ask questions, but at the end of the day, it's going over the line. What the fuck does that mean? Soul? What? Do you mean soul or soul? What? A soul in your shoe or something? What's what you trying to say? But yeah, I love the way they don't even say hello to these people. They just barge in and just say, do you have this? Do you have that? Not even hello, how you doing? But I'm assuming you mean soul on your shoe or something like that. Is that what you mean? Yeah, that's my shadow. It's not any shadow. We don't start this quack again because I don't want to listen to this quack the same as the other night. Of these people just going on about shadows behind me and things like that. It's sort of ridiculous. Don't even know what that fucking means. Power between hands. I don't have a clue what that means. Don't actually have a clue. Couldn't tell you. I thought we were talking about the sole on your shoes. You're in your shoes, you have a sole. You have a sole on shoe. Don't even know that. So I probably don't want to know to be totally honest. Not going to lie to you. But yeah, so we'll go for another few minutes anyway, and then we go for tonight. What? What the fuck does that even mean, Paul? Like, I don't even know what that means. Like, such weird questions asking. About something to do with about. I don't know. Okay, you're talking about food, Tony. I don't know. If you have a bow, eat the bow, of course. Maybe share a bit with it, not something for the being bad to buy. But yeah. Probably the look for more music because I've still the same one on, but then like now. Yeah, eat trainable, yeah, of course. Eat as many as you want, Tony. It's a free country. Free real estate. Yes, I agree. I agree. One second. I hope not, Tony, but yeah, 1 second. Well, what's all this brigades? Like, you haven't shown any evidence, but yeah. Like, like you all must be talking among each other trying to annoy me or something like that. But yeah, you have to show evidence, that could, nowadays evidence is key, but yeah. But yeah, we'll be listening to it now. Back again, sorry. Um, Back again. Hello, Joe, but I love the way you just came in and said he's tired and didn't even say hello. I know. Blue mode, is that what you mean? Blue mode? No. I don't know who they are, but anyway. Let them at it, I suppose. Nothing that I can do this often. Hello, John. How you doing? Good to see you out here. Hope you're keeping well. Hope all is going well on this lovely Monday. We haven't received any. No, we haven't received any things yet. Emails from it yet. Farmerton. Does it look like I'm Farmerton around the place, Jerry? No, I'm not Farmerton. I haven't Farmerton in a very, very long time. Years and years since I Farmerton. But yeah, we haven't got one yet, Peter. So. But I say people are asking their friends and things like that. Like, people probably ask now. But yeah, well, it's going to September, so plenty of time for people. It's not a rush to get them in. Yeah, that makes any sense. So we probably have a good lot more people at the end of the year. Did no one send any in? Hopefully not. But no, nobody sent in anything yet. We received nothing yet. You look very skinny, lady. But yeah, please, evidence, please. Please, evidence. Like, what's the evidence? Skinny. You have to provide evidence. You can't just say something without backing something up. But yeah, like, you didn't even come in and say, oh, we're worried about your teeth. I just came in and said, oh, it's skinny. More or less trying to make a little of me in it. I'm trying to make me feel like, you shouldn't be skinny or whatever. Well, no. That's just the way you're typing and phrasing. Well, but yeah. But care to elaborate, that's what I'm trying to say. Weigh yourself on the scale. Do I have to? No, I don't have to. I'm trying to do what I want. But yeah, I don't have to weigh myself onto that. Not needed, sure. I could ask you to weigh yourself and tell me, but anyway. But that's your own business, At the end of the day, it's your own business. Not up to me to be saying, you should go and weigh yourself and like that. It's the same as I would say to you. Your weight is your own business, It's not up to me to be denouncing somebody losing weight. How am I feeling? Well, about time you asked that. You were like, all of a sudden you were asking questions, 50 questions, and not even saying hello. But we finally got to the first thing you should say to somebody when you come bouncing. Yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm keeping well. Not too bad. A bit tired, not gonna lie, from a holiday's walk, but apart from that, not bad. So yeah, we'll see how we are next week. But as I tell you, feeling next week. Kick punch. Why would I hit anybody kick punch? What would that justify? Yeah, well, again, I choose not to answer questions. Because now, of course, I'm eating. I'd be lying dead if I wasn't eating. But yeah, what's all these questions? Trying to get a profile made up now. Am I 6? Am I 5? I actually don't know. I would tell you, but I wouldn't know now. I never really cared about this stuff. Just kind of, moving on. I never really did. Like, I think the last time I was at the doctor's about 4 weeks ago. I think he took a measurement of me. Foot down. Again, as I said, I don't have to answer that. We don't end it. And I don't know what's relevant. Like, what's the relevant? What's the goal here, Jared? What's it here? Are you trying to get a profile of your doctor, or what's the thought? Please answer me that. That's it. Before you ask anything else, answer me that. And maybe then I will consider answering. Because I'm just curious to know are you trying to get a medical profile? What are you trying to do? Curious, very curious. But yeah, where's your evidence? But yeah, what are you? Are you a doctor or who are you? Thought you were farmer, but what evidence are you taking farmer? Does it look like if you had evidence of a clip, if you had a video clip and be farmer in here or something like that, then that's different. So you have justification, but you have no justification here. Probably sometime this week, but again, it's nifty, Tony. Depends. Like this morning, I got up. I got dressed, got ready for work. I didn't really have much time, to be totally honest, to do video breakfast and things like that. Didn't have much time, and that's just to be totally honest. You know yourself when you're going out the door. When you're going out the door in the morning, you don't have much time. You don't find the time flying by you. Stay inside. What? But yeah, like, I love the way you just come in. You don't even like. Where's the evidence? Like, come on now, see the evidence. Where's also because you just came in barging in like everybody else here a second ago, just asking absurd questions and not showing any justification for your answers. Again, I've asked Jared a question, he didn't answer me, but yeah, no answers at the end. Isn't that? Hello, Aaron Game. How you doing? Like, even Jerry there is acting like he disappeared and asked him a question. Yeah, but does it look like I give a shit about my weight? Like, I'm burning off loads of fat every time I'm at the door. So, does it look like I really give a shit, guys, if you don't answer? And that's just putting it very vaguely. Does it look like I really give a shit about my weight? I have better things to do in life than worry about my weight and things like that. We see, when's the bike card? Is it this week sometime? Or next week? Whenever, I know, we might see that. Hello, Mikey K. But at the end of the day, you would have a right to kind of be stupid. If they want to be stupid, there's no law against being stupidity. You would have a right at the end of the day to ask questions. It's just that the way the manner that they ask and stuff is a bit peculiar. That's what I. Because again, some of the stuff I wouldn't ask them. You know what I mean? Yeah, but you don't understand. I'm keeping my weight down. I'm running around half of the county. Taking up smoking just damages your lungs. So what are you suggesting, Sky? So you must have went to some school that it's arseways and backwards. Because you're talking literally no sense, to be totally honest, at this stage. If anything, whatever bad weight you have lung problems then with smoking. But I know. I'm not going to sing happy birthday, Tony, now, Jesus. What do you mean regular? What does that mean? What does that mean? But yeah, I should ask you the same question back, because you seem to be asking very odious questions about health and things like that. You know, I'm asking you to square every question you ask me, how about I ask you back? And we see what you give me, and what you say. Because I get asked a few questions to you down, you ignored it. Yeah, of course I did, at one stage. But yeah, what did you go to the toilet today? Let's see, are you going to answer that question, Paul? Let's see, I'm waiting for you to answer. Nothing else before you answer that question. Because I bet you won't answer it, be totally honest. Funny thing, you won't answer it. Because again, a lot of people will tell you where to jump. Yeah, but answer my question before I say any more. Answer my question before I say, did you go to the toilet today? Because the guards wouldn't even ask you that. When the guards asked you, you used to say years ago, the guards wouldn't ask you where you were going, and they did eventually in 2021. They ask you where you're going to. Like again, you answer me that question. Did you go to the toilet, Paul, before I ask anything else? Yeah, but no, you're jumping around the question. I'm asking you a question, Paul. This is not the time for you to ask me a question. It's the time for me to ask you a question. Did you go to the toilet today? Before you ask me anything, I have no entitlement to ask any other question until you answer my question. Because again, you haven't answered me. I proved myself right a few minutes ago. That you wouldn't answer it, that you're beating around the bush here. Yeah, but come on. Come on, you asked me 100 questions. That's the question I'm asking you here. Did you go to the toilet today? Ask an other question, was it hard, was it soft? Tell me. Answer me before I answer you. How about that? Because you're jumping around the bush here. You make some journalists, you run away from the answers. You won't answer the question yourself. Great journalist here. You answer a question with a question, indeed. But yeah, I'm just trying to get an answer out of this lad here. Because he won't give me an answer, I proved myself wrong. But yeah, where's your answer? Where's your answer, Paul? I'm waiting for your answer. Did you go to the toilet today? And I know, how do you like me, a person asking you that? Because again, imagine here, everybody can see it here, that he's not answering my question. I even said there he wouldn't answer it. And I knew myself he wouldn't answer it. I'm waiting here, Paul. I'm not going to answer any question until you answer my question. Because you're asking all different other questions here, but you're not asking the question I'm answering. And then what hope is there for me to even get through to you at all with anything? No, it's just a simple question. Now, you ask me a question, I'm entitled to ask you a question back. And I want to know what questions you, if you would like somebody asking you, did you go to the toilet and things like that? Because again, that's, just asking questions, do you like Pokemon or things like that? That's your own choice, You're entitled to ask, But again, there's a line where people don't cross, But yeah, you haven't answered. You ran away now when you were asked the question. Look, he's ran away, nowhere to be found now. When he's brought up an answer. Ran away. But yeah, where's Paul? Where's Paul? I asked him a question, he still hasn't answered. It's about 3 minutes on. So where's his answer? And everybody can see it here, not even an answer. But Sky, yeah, but you should talk a bit of sense. That's all I said. Because Paul hasn't answered the question. You should be saying to Paul, why is he not answering these questions that I'm asking him? Before I give him the courtesy of answering his question. Debate Biden. Now, it would be hard to debate Biden now. He fall asleep. But I don't know about Hillary Clinton. I say Hillary Clinton would be actually decent enough to debate. In other words, I say she would give you a very hard answer for some things. But I probably wouldn't have the answer for, to be done answer. Whatever about Biden, you'd probably fall asleep and get mixed up. But yeah, where's Paul gone? Paul, are you here? You ran away. I'm asking you, did you go to the toilet today, Paul? About 5 minutes after this, since I asked you the first question. You haven't answered. I even put it, and people can clip that. I even said you probably won't answer. I was proven right, so you've proven my point right. So you give it out, and then you won't take in a bit. You won't let out a bit. That sounds pretty wrong, but yeah. Yeah, but this is the thing. Yeah, I understand you're saying that. So, but yeah, I don't have to answer. I don't have to answer. But yeah, Paul, I asked Paul a question. He could say to me, "It's not your business," and I'd be like, "That's fine. That's fine. You're entitled to say that." But he ran away when I asked him a question. Like, he's run away here. I asked him it's nearly 6 minutes after I asked him, and he asked me all sorts of questions, but he never answered me back. Again, it's just you asking the same question back in his face and see what he has to say from there. Because it's not like a hello, Adrian, how you doing? And all that. It's just like we're trying to make you laugh, more or less. I'm still waiting. It's about 7 or 8 minutes. I should keep a count of it. Till I ask one question, he won't give me an answer. I say he ran away and he will come back for the day, I know. But anyway, I keep asking him anyway if he's back Wednesday. I keep asking him. I'm asked the question. Well, I asked you a question, you didn't answer it. So I answer your question when you answer me. How often did you go to the toilet today? Did you go to the toilet? Answer me that. You said I asked the question. Yes, and I asked you a question. Are you going to answer my question before I answer you? And I will answer you. And you could say to yourself, I'm not entitled to that, so you have no authority to ask me what I do in the toilet. And which you'd be right in saying, and obviously I could say the same thing back to you, which I'm going to say. But I asked you about 5 minutes ago for an answer, and you didn't give me an answer. You ran away. You like number phone. But yeah, what's your answer? Like saying something I asked you a question is not answering the question. It's just more or less saying to the person, I couldn't be bothered to answer you. You don't exist. I'm going to forget about it. You answer me, or I don't acknowledge you in any way. If that's what seems like being abused. No, it's not that. If you answer me straight away, but again, you wouldn't around not answer me. You're not answering my question. It's not being abusive. I'm only asking the question, trying to get an answer. That's what you do in journalism. You ask the question, you push for the answer. That's what journalism's about. You push for the answer. I have often drag ads out of people. There's people who have to hold back for me, and I have to push them for an answer, an explanation. But yeah, this is the thing. You should have just said, I don't want to answer that. And be like, I'm not being a bully. I would nearly suggest that you're being a bully. Oh, to be totally honest. But yeah, I understand maybe that I'm being a bit aggressive. But I'm looking for an answer. Like, you haven't given me an answer. And I think you've proven me point, but anyway. We'll live with that. Because again, you're probably using your First Amendment, which don't want to answer. And that's okay. That's okay. Like, again, you just have to say that. Well, I won't apologise. Unless you answer my question, I won't apologise. Because I don't think I have to apologise. Yeah, how am I? I did. Yeah, but I'm not going to apologise, Paul. Not going to apologise. Not going to apologise. If you answer my question, I apologise. How about that? That's a deal. That's a deal. That's a fair deal. And then I don't want to hear any more if you're not going to answer my question. And because again, if you just say to me, you are fighting, I'm not fighting you. I'm only asking a very simple question. You ask me the question, I answer you back in your face. Simple as that. Oh, it wasn't that hard. Decent enough. It was a bit tired. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a bit tired after, but it's okay. Apart from that. I'm triggered now, but for asking you a question. Well, okay, then that's okay. But to answer your question, yes, I went to the toilet there, okay? Are you happy now? I answer your question. You won't answer me. You won't give me the courtesy answering me back, but anyway. You can be triggered all you want. Again, I asked you a question. I'm perfectly entitled to under the Constitution to ask you a question. You could have said, I don't want that, so that's okay. What's this question about? I forget about it, man. Yeah, but where's the answer? Are you going to say I'm using my First Amendment rights in not answering your question? But it didn't smell or anything. I tell you that straight. But yeah, are you going to answer me? I answered you. So be fair now and answer me back. Because it's about 10 minutes since I asked the original question and you haven't answered. So you can be triggered all you want, but give me an answer. That's what I said here. Because yeah, you look now, you're all like, oh, well, I got an answer finally after 10 minutes of Adrian waiting for an answer of me. And again, you're perfectly entitled to say to me, mind my own business. Because that's your right. That's your right. But again, you haven't invoked any rights. What's it for? Well, it's my right to your own personal business. Your right to your own personal business. I don't have to answer that. That's an awful lot. Well, I didn't go down the smell in the toilet. So you asked me, did you poo smell this morning when you went to the toilet? Now you asked me that. You tell me that, not ask me that. You tell me that, Paul, because you're running around, you're asking me questions, but you won't tell me the answer I'm looking for. So are you afraid to ask things, or you're just afraid to tell the truth what your poo smell like? Is that what it is? Because it seems like you're afraid. I totally answer, Paul. It seems like you're afraid. But you're entirely. I'm waiting for you to say what I don't want to say because it's my right not to say. You know. Well, I don't know. I didn't go down to smell. If you want to come into my toilet, Paul, we can smell. How about that? Because it seems like you want to know what I'm shitting. You totally answered. So you seem like you're a nosy Gosson, like one of these old bags that's out on the road here, and sure look out the window every 10 seconds of the day. So you want to be a cleaning secretary? Is that right? Because you haven't answered my question. It's about 15 minutes, and everybody here can see it. 15 minutes. And you have ran away from the question. So, are you going to answer it, Paul? You're going to answer, because you wouldn't make a good journalist now. You'd be one of these Mickey Mouse journalists, the one underneath the bed. Oh, excuse me, one into the toilet, sorry, as soon as somebody asks a hard question. Well, it's not even a hard question, very easy question. I'm just trying to get an answer. Again, if you give me an answer straight, I leave you alone now. It's about journalism. You have to understand. You always look for the answer. You always keep pushing for the answer. You know, that's the way you look for it. No, but he's entitled. He's perfectly entitled. And again, I'm proving my point more and more that he won't answer me. So I can give it back if he wants it. I can give it back. Don't worry that. I'm perfect. I'm showing them up now to be done with it. I'm waiting for his answers. It's about 15, 16, 17 minutes probably since I asked the original question. 15 to 16, 17 minutes. Jesus Christ, if I was asked, like imagine if I had to wait that long, Paul would be up on the roof complaining about that I didn't answer his question. And waiting 15 minutes for his response. Did he go to the toilet? It's a very simple question. On Gal Sheena Connor, I need to bring the gals in here to ask him this. I didn't lie, but what proof do you have? Like again, I ask you the same question where I saw it. Did you go to the toilet? Did you poo stink? Please answer me that. Did I go for my lunch break? Yeah, I went when I done that video earlier on for a bit when I took a few minutes of a break. I sat down for about 15 to 17 minutes or something like that. But yeah, you have to answer the question. You can't just ask me a question and just call me a liar. Like you have to say what you have to do. What's this now? But yeah, Paul, where are you? About 20 minutes on. Yes, see what I mean? So you're asking me, and I'm saying back to you now, it's my own personal business. And I've said something there that I said I didn't assume that it was smelly. That's just my assumption. Again, see what I mean? At least you give me an answer. At least you give me the courtesy of an answer. Paul has ran away after 20 minutes of me asking the question. Simple question, did he go to the toilet? Didn't even get to the bit. Did his poo smell or anything? I asked him a very simple question first of all. 20 minutes on. Still nothing. So I don't know what that tells me, or what that tells anybody here. But at least, in fairness to you, I'll give you the courtesy. Yeah, but I'm sure you wouldn't go up to me, Hall Mountain or Leo Fracker. They would tell you to go F off. I'm sure they would have Maggie Higgins. They would go and tell you to F off. I'm sure they would. Again, you should be asking me about politics. What are you going to do about this? What's your stance on this? Not about the toilet, that's your own personal business. You should be saying, what are you going to do about climate change? What are you going to do about the environment? Are you going to put in the effort? Are you going to put in the time? What are you going to do? Like, this is the question you should be asking. What are you going to do about this? Are you going to hold people to account? Politicians for being the corrupt to account? That's being a public figure. That's being a public. Like again, I haven't heard in all my years members of the public come to me and say, "Have you went to the toilet?" Never heard once. People have been asking me, "My son can't get special needs education in this school. What are you going to do about it?" I've heard people saying that to me. I haven't heard anybody say to the toilet. So I don't know what you're saying now about. You hear the no pun intended. You lied about what? About which? And if you can prove you lie, again, you have to prove things. It's you can't come out and just say, "Oh, you lied." Again, it's an L in a wall. You have to show evidence, your proof, your evidence, your assumptions. Can we all go to the toilet again? It's such a thing, but again, these people, you don't understand simple English with that. Did you? Hello, Niall. Sorry, I'm too busy trying to get an answer to this Paul fell for the last 20 minutes. I did fill in some of it. I left some of it blank because again, I just used my right in the last. And when we all go to the toilet together, it's this communism. No. Yeah, well, I'm assuming I used the word in assumption, but again, you used your First Amendment right to say it's my own business. I'm not going to tell you, and you're perfectly entitled. I wish Paul would take a note out of your book there and just give me an answer instead of waiting 20 minutes for an answer. He's not going to give it to me. He ran away as soon as he got his answer. He ran away and he didn't want that. But yeah, that's just. But in fairness to you, you give an answer. In fairness, I give you that. But I don't know. I didn't smell it. But if you want to come into my toilet, I can make you smell it if you wish. You can get a job and smelling shit. Because you seem to be so obsessed. I've never seen such an obsession with shit. Yeah, but I've never seen such a thing. But again, these people wouldn't do the work until I depended on it. But yeah. But yeah, I'm still waiting for Paul. I say we won't get an answer tonight because we say we go in a few minutes' time. We call it quits for tonight. But Paul comes back in again. We keep asking him. Yeah, but I don't have to do anything. As you said, I use my First Amendment right, and I can choose what I do myself. I'm my own individual person. But again, how about you ask another streamer that and see what they say to you, and see how quickly you get banned. Because I'm sure I know many streamers that would just ban you straight away. They wouldn't listen to your shit. No pun intended. But yeah, I'm entitled, and again, I use my First Amendment right. I'm not going to say any more about it. It doesn't matter if I'm a public figure. Like if you go tomorrow, how about this? I give you my email, ibsenlogan43@gmail.com. You go to your local TD's office and ask him that he go to the toilet and does he shit smell, and see what he tell you, and see how quickly the guards are called to the office, because he'd be making the public nuisance. But yeah, if you do that for me, then maybe we might do that. How about that? We might, but not likely. Because I'm using my First Amendment right and decided not to do it. I don't have to prove anything with us. You do it to me, and how about you do it on camera, and we see how we do. Because I don't think you will. I think you just run away. You're giving us the right to choose. You have the right to choose. He can't force me. Nobody can force me to do it. I'm my own individual. I pay my taxes. Nothing anybody can do to stop me when. And I love the way he just demands me to do it, more or less. You have to do it. It's against the law if you don't do it. Yeah, I know my constitutional right, in other words, in this country we call it. The right to choice. But yeah, there's no point in talking to these people about anything. Paul, you didn't answer my question, never answered it. Paul, did you go to the toilet today? The toilet. They were about probably 25 minutes. Have you answered the question yet, Paul? Because at least the other fellow above said I used my right not to answer. You haven't bothered to answer. You haven't bothered to answer, so you don't tell me. Because again, you asked me a question, but you won't answer. You won't tell me what I want to know. So are you going to answer my question? We're about 25 minutes on. You make a good journalist. I can get you a job in the Irish Examiner or something like that. You can write some shit for them. Because they base their newspaper shit anyways. So you suit very well in there, to be totally honest. You work very well in there. Because they don't ask any hard questions. Well, technically, you can say hard questions, but they don't ask any questions. It's just pro-government propaganda. Isn't it great? But yeah. It's all but people, yeah, but it's not me that bring it up. These people bring it up, so it's not me. Whatever people bring to me, I talk to them about. And they're perfectly entitled to there's nothing I can do to stop them. I'm answering them. Like, they should have given, like other streamers should just ban them. Like even my moderator said he fed up listening to them. So he would just ban them if that was them. So, lucky that I have a very tolerance. I have a lot of tolerance listening to them. There's many streamers who just be like, I get paid to do this, I'm not listening to these fuckers. And that's what they say. I could point out 6 or 7 of them. Yeah, but I didn't ask you, Tony, to be totally honest. I asked Paul. And Paul hasn't answered me yet. See, man, it's about 20 minutes on, Paul. 20 minutes. 20 minutes for one simple question. And you were whinging to me that I didn't answer it. And now I'm whinging about it to you that you didn't answer it. But yeah, that's the way it goes. But yeah, it's just a simple question now. And he could say to me, I want to keep it's my own business. And I'd be like, that's fair enough, and I'll leave it there. But yeah, I keep pushing it because I don't think he's going to give me an answer. Which I said at the beginning. I'm sure Mark and Bit will know that they heard me said. But yeah, how is it strange? You go into your toilet, did you put your head into the water of the toilet to smell your shit? Like, you must have a very, very sad life, in fairness. Because there's more things in life than fucking smelling your shit. Like, let's be fair enough. Like, what more do you do in life, Yeah, well, I don't know. We see what happens anyway. We see what the mods. I think the mods are fed up with them. But again, they're not really breaking any rules or anything on the channel. At the end of it, they're not breaking anything. Well, one of them technically was yesterday, but yeah. But technically just asking questions. Like, Paul just woke at me, so that's not a rule, we can't be banned for that. But anyway, keep asking them anyway. Every day of the week, we're going to keep asking them. Is that okay? Everybody here now, every time Paul comes in the chat, we're going to keep asking them. Yeah, but who brought it up? I'm sure people are going, who brought it up? You kept whinging on, demanding me to tell you, did I know it was shitty and put it on the plate and things like that. Like, you could have been like, what's the weather like? What's, what's all that like? But again, you kept twisting the narrative, twisting the ball. Again, it's up to people to decide my topics, and I talk to them about it. So it's not me. But yeah, I'm just looking for a straight answer to the ball. That's all I'm looking for. So yeah. I'm still waiting about 35 minutes, maybe 36, 37 minutes on. But anyway, we keep going upon it. Hello, Noble 40. Happy weekend. You might be a bit late. It's Monday, so you might be a bit behind on the days, lad. I'm not gonna lie to you. But yeah, hope you're keeping well. Hope you're keeping well this lovely Monday. It's Monday. It's not the weekend. I wish it was the weekend, but But not all the TDs having a nice weekend. But it's scary in the background. I could put on even more scary music. Cream pies, no, I haven't yet. Any cream pies. I'm a lady. Indeed. But yeah, we'll go in a few minutes' time. We're not going to stay much time. We'll go at 11:30 and then go to bed. I stayed a few minutes extra than I thought I would. Yeah, but Paul was the first person to ask me that, Joe. And I asked you a question earlier on. I can't remember what it was, but I asked you a question you ran away. But yeah. But to tell you come alive now when I'm questioning somebody on not answering the question, it's terrible that you come alive. You didn't interact there a few minutes ago. But yeah, we see what happens to them. I talk to the mods tomorrow. We see what's the story. I'm calm. I'm not jumping off the chair. Like, geez, I've seen people that got very takeover. People ask them how questions. Like, if you look on Twitch, there's 1 or 2 female streamers that literally go through the monitor. Yeah, if somebody asked them that, they wouldn't tolerate it because they get paid to do a job and they won't listen to shit from people. So I'm very calm. You can see that there. I'm literally not jumping around the place. I'm very calm, Jerry. What's this? Sorry, Adam wants to know when you are going to start the code. So it's in September. Obviously, it's a Calvin Day code. So it's sometime in September. Yeah, obviously, we won't have applications for people to join yet, but you can join, of course, in September. So we'll probably sometime the end of September, so you can tell Adam that. So sometime then, yeah, if he wishes to join. There probably only be allowed about 50 people in, but we see you anyway. There'll be plenty of room for anybody who wants to join. Yeah, and the store we have in this store is, of course. So that's not good. Does it look like I'm angry? Does it look like I'm angry? I don't look angry at all. I might be a bit annoyed now that Paul didn't answer me that question. I think as you would, like if I didn't answer your question, you'd probably be whinging at me, saying I didn't answer it. Like I will admit I'm a bit annoyed that Paul didn't answer. Yeah, like I'm not angry at all. I'm a bit annoyed now that Paul didn't answer. That's the only thing. I'd say that's right. That's the only thing annoying me at the moment. As I'm sure you would. I'm sure you wouldn't like if you asked the question, Jerry, and somebody didn't answer you. Like I'm answering you there. A lot of streamers would just ignore you. And that's the truth. Half of my people that I know stream would just ignore you. They wouldn't pass much remarks in. So, at least in fairness, I'm giving you the courtesy of answering. But I'm sure the majority of people here wouldn't probably answer people with answering. No, but I watch a lot of Twitch. I watch now and again Twitch. And there's a lot of them that wouldn't give them the time of day what they're asking about. Like, I've seen people being banned for very well-of stuff. Bullying Paul. How am I bullying Paul? I'm asking him a question. A question. Like, how is that bullying? If a question's bullying now, then Jesus, Jerry, you must be bullying me then. Let's put it that way. But I'm not. I'm only asking him, trying to get an answer out of the poor man. Because apparently he got asked for questions. So Jesus, I'm not bullying him. A question. Well, we'll call it whatever you want. Entitled for your opinion. But I'm just asking the question. That's all I'm asking. It's not against the law to ask the question. As far as I know, I've never seen a law against the question. So yeah, it's Kahoot. Yeah, so it'd be a live stream on Cavan Day about the Kahoot. Things that people get members of the chat can join and things like that, and obviously there's prize and things like that. Yeah, but I asked you a question. It's not against the law to ask a question, is it? I never seen it on the Irish Constitution. Have you? I never have seen it. Funny that. Yeah, I know I shouldn't talk the Lord's name in vain, but people do that by mistake. I knew people, elderly people, who were the most holiest people you could ever come across. At the end of the day, I'm entitled to do what I want, to be totally honest. Like again, you're not anybody that can say who I'm my own individual person. You can advise people not to swear, but at the end of the day, I'm my own individual person. I'm 18 now. I pay my taxes. Not 18, so I'm 19. I pay my taxes. Very little that can be said. Can we do the Kahoot quiz? Of course you can. Everybody in the chat can do it. Everybody can join. Yeah, of course you can. For the money prize. Yeah, of course. Of course. That's what it's there for. That's what it's there for the community to do. So as I said, there'll be first, second, and third prize. So yeah, of course anybody can join. But on the beforehand, before the day, obviously we will ask people who wants to join, and then people can put it there. But we'll probably be about 50 people. That's all. They probably will have space for. This is no longer a safe place. How is this no longer a safe place? Because I say you're just whinging about me asking somebody a question. If that's what you're whinging about, I wouldn't want to see what you go on in real life, to be totally honest. Because you're all talking among each other, and we all know that. We already have looked into that. Alvin, I think you might need a bit of help, not in fairness. Oh, well, no, if no before he can answer the question and the words coming. Have you been drinking? Does it look like I have been drinking? I never drunk a drop of alcohol in my life. No, I haven't drunk. Have you? Again, I'm asking you a question. Have you been drinking? Just making conversation. Just making conversation, as some Garda Sín O'Connor would say when asking you what you're doing. Just making a conversation. Let's have a conversation. Slow speech. Well, I am dyslexic. So you're basically being anti-dyslexic now, if you don't know that. But yeah, have you been drinking? Have you been drinking? So let's wait for Nats on it. It's Lucas the backup. Well, have you been drinking? Again, I asked the question. Have you been drinking? We're just making a conversation. Just having a conversation with you. As you can see, Lucas said. When are you enjoying on Gal? Do you say, look at no, but that's what the Gals would say to you if you if that person was on the street. You would say, "Have you been drinking? Have you been drinking, Aldred? Have you been drinking?" I'm waiting for an answer. It's about 2 minutes now since I asked you. Because it's perfectly obvious that I'm not. Are you a Taoist? Does it look like I'm a Taoist? No, I'm not a Taoist. What is it? It's definitely Lucas in sports. Like I asked you a question, but are you drinking? Are you drinking the present? Have you drank today? Answer me that before I give you the courtesy pass now. Because you can see it's Lucas. It's definitely Lucas Head. There's no alcohol that's yellow. But yeah, just answer me that. Answer me that. Towers. I don't know. Hello, Echo. How are you doing? Long time no see. Hope you're keeping well. Drinking. Well, it's Lucas. The technique kind of would be kind of classed as orange juice. No, I haven't been drinking. I always slow on him. But yeah, I haven't got an answer from my buddy either, so apparently it gets answer. Yeah, hello, Global Man. But yeah, it's a tell he wouldn't answer me that has he been drinking. Tell. Hiding the Fogger and that. Hiding the Fogger. No, I haven't been hiding the Fogger now. Jesus. I always, if you ever go back to even my old videos, I always was how to speaking in them. It's difficult enough now to speak. So yeah. Oh no, I'm only joking with you. Don't worry about that. I'm only joking. Just a few people here just ask the questions and will give me an answer when I'm asked them something. Like Paul, it's about 40 minutes now since I asked Paul a question. He's ran off somewhere. A very simple question too. Yeah. And he asked the fellow above too about a question and he didn't answer me. But yeah, what can you do? Anyway, it's 11:30 now. I'm better past these people questions. I wouldn't want to be detective interviewing these people. What do you... It's smashing up butt house. Yeah, I'm at work tomorrow, Miles, yes. But I say the same back to you, Global Man. Don't be smashing up your house, you know. Not a good thing to do, don't I say. But I'm not smart. I don't know whatever. Again, you never provide any evidence, but we have to probably do something about a few people in here, but we see what we can do. I'm so... But yeah, we'll take your VADs on that. But yeah, but I don't know what gives you clarification to say don't smash up a house. If you look at my criminal record, never smashed anything. Never committed any public damage around it. But yeah, so, you know, evidence is provided when you need it. But yeah, so we'll be back Wednesday. I say speak to the mods on it because a few of them are very... You seem drunk. How do I seem drunk? I always slow on I can get people in here. No, I can't stay because I've work tomorrow, so I'm sorry everyone, but I'll go in. So I talk to the mods tomorrow, they will see what they can do. Aggression, excuse me, how am I aggression? I only asked your question. Everything's aggression to you. You just, as soon as I say boo to you, you more or less run and hide and in the corner, cringing and coughing. You know, like, let's be fair now. As soon as if I say boo to you, one you whinge in the corner and say, oh, I was doing this and that and the other. Like, I only asked your question. You asked the question, I give you the answer. You might not like the answer, but I give you the answer. Well, enough lecturing these people for tonight, because they're lecturing me about things. Even though they're perfectly entitled, and I'm perfectly entitled to ask them questions and things like that, but anyway, it's a democracy, don't you know? But yeah, great country. Anyway, thank you, Tony. Thank you, everyone, for being here. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Actually, no, I'll probably upload tomorrow. I have a few videos that are basically ready to go. They can be uploaded at the moment's notice. So I say we will get them probably uploaded tomorrow. And I probably live stream Wednesday. And obviously the mods, I do something about a few people in here. Who... Nobody's waste man, but anyway. But yeah, we leave it there. So yeah, I say we probably have to crack down a bit hard now on things. Hello, Freddie. Yeah, if you send me a message, I won't be able to do tonight, but I'll do it tomorrow. If you send me a message on Twitter or at my email, agentlogan43@gmail.com, I can do that in the morning for you. I don't have the stress now, to be totally honest. Because I'm just actually going to go to hit the bed now, and it'll be 12 o'clock. So I can do that. I can do that in the morning. I can do that in the morning for you. But just please send me an email because I will forget. Is that okay, Freddie? So agentlogan43@gmail.com. Send it to me, and I open my email in the morning. I have it, and I'll be able to do that to you. Is that okay? Yeah, I do feel like I wouldn't be in the energy now to do it. Is that okay with you? So yeah, Agent Logan 43@gmail.com, or you can get in touch with me on Twitter. Agent Logan for the win. Agent Logan for the win at Twitter. Um, so you can, if you wish. Again, actually, I'll take you probably some. Yeah, just because if I take a note, if I wouldn't look, because I wouldn't be here tomorrow looking at anything. So is that okay? Is that okay, Freddie? Like I'm literally going to go to bed at 12 here, so I only have a few more minutes. I've one more to get my coat ready and things tomorrow for tomorrow. But yeah, I do that in the morning. If you send me an email, I get it ready for you. So it's agentlogan43@gmail.com, Freddie. It's okay. And I definitely will do that first thing in the morning if I get that email. I will do it for you. So yeah, take care, everyone, and bye.